Welcome back to the Lions Review. It's been a while, so let's do some catching up. So first off on this Heroquest stuff, when you're on their website, if you go to their blog, Avalon Hill, you will see that the Heroquest Online Quest number 3 is available. Uh, the reason I'm mentioning that is because they've added Rise of the Dread Moon to the companion app. This one's still not available on the app. So if you want to play this one, you are going to have to head over to their website, find it, and then download it. And then you'll have it available to play. Let's do some shopping. So the other thing is to catch up on everything they are offering now. So here we go. So of course we all knew about the Dread Moon. That was covered in my last video. So they came out with these dice. I really like the dice. I'll cover that in more detail in a minute, but $35 for that, at least on the US site, and then $34 each for two of the Mythic Tier quests that were now separate and being sold separately. And I'll cover those also coming right up. So let's jump right into this. The first item were these dice. I like what they did here. We got this guy down here, looks like he's got a tattoo of a crown on his head. But, you know, this dice set is a nice dice set. I'll give that to him. My only problem is spending $35 for a set of dice. I think this is more for true die-hard fans of HeroQuest or people that really love the game or a collector. I mean, anybody could obviously buy this. It's not a limited edition item, but again, for $35, I'm going to pass on that one. $35 is what I could spend on one of the quest packs that are coming out if I so desire. But to each their own. So if you're interested, again, that's over on the Hasbro website. Could probably get it elsewhere as well. And then the main thing that I wanted to cover are these quest packs. So about a year or so ago when I was doing videos on the Mythic Tier, I gave some thoughts on how I thought they could break these up, and it's pretty close to one of the ideas I had. I did mention that they could include heroes with each of the separate quests. You know, obviously the Bard would have to go with the Spirit Queen, but Prophecy, I think I said Druid and gave like undead miniature alternate miniatures for that. They've actually included every miniature you would have gotten with a Mythic Tier except for an extra Dread Warrior, and the Dread Sorcerer is not in with this one. Now, at first I thought they were going to do a different miniature because I heard somebody say there was going to be a demon form miniature for the Warlock, but it's really just the Gargoyle, the alternate Gargoyle miniature. You can see these two are the same. The other thing they did is they made them all different resin, which I guess is okay if you paint them. I'm not crazy about it. But that also just allows me to say pass on this one, you know, because I already own it. I got the Mythic Tier when that came out. And then they give you extra dice. So for those that own a Mythic Tier, this isn't really going to offer you a whole lot except extra dice, extra cards, maybe a revamped quest book. You know, maybe they've made some corrections to it from the original one that came out. And again, you know, just extra miniatures. Oh, let's not forget the box. So if you like having boxes for all your quests, and you know, you get the box art with this, so there's that too. And it's pretty much the same thing with the Spirit Queen's Torment. Again, this time you're getting, again, only a single Dread Warrior, but you are getting the Dread Sorcerer as well. Excuse me. The one thing you're not going to get is the Gargoyles, so they're not included. And of course, with neither of these are you going to get the Dragon. Dragon will come out most likely, well, it has to come out with the Crypt of Perpetual Darkness when they release that. Again, extra set of dice, and again, this is one that I'll pass on because I already have it, and there's really not a whole lot more being added to it. Other people with Mythic Tier, again, may decide to get it for the separate box art and just having the extra miniatures. So coming out soon is going to be this new hero, the Monk. Path of the Wandering Monk is coming out. Just like the other hero blister packs is what I like to call them. They'll come out with two miniatures, the extra cards, and then just like a little backstory on them. So keep your eyes open for that. Should be under $20 for it. Some sites I believe already have it available for pre-order, or at least they should. I think I saw like January for that, January 2024. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out a little sooner just to get on people's Christmas list. And then last thing I'll mention is this Avalon Heal post. Uh, Over on X, they're teased the Against the Ogre Horde quest pack. I will say I'm surprised they're showing that one before the Crypt, because they already did the other two mythic ones. The only thing I think of is that maybe they're trying to do a and more or less a play order. Some of the suggestions for play order have the Crypt being the last one, after Against the Ogre Horror, and after the Mages of Morkar. So assuming that they're going to redo those two that were originally only released overseas, and release them for their new version, which is using mainly the North America rule set. So this one will be interesting. Even though I own it, it's similar to the Mage of the Mirror and the Frozen Horror. You know, I own those, but I did end up buying the revamp versions, where Frozen Horror was pretty much the same as it was before, just new miniatures, and really nothing more than that. Mage in the Mirror, they changed slightly. They gave you a little more furniture with that one as well. And now we have this Against the Ogre Horde. So I think this one may be very similar to what the overseas one was. They may add a little more touches to it. They obviously got to convert the monster stats over to the North American version. And maybe they'll throw some extras in there. Maybe they'll give us more quests rather than just the original 7 that were in there. We'll have to wait and see when more details are available. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Hope everyone enjoys, and I'll try to update a little more often than than I have been. So I'll talk to you all again later. Bye bye.